Welcome back to Phoenix Radio, brought to you by Giovannino, JF Navarra and Co, Tony Murphy and Merck Capital, S&J Couture Candles in Balmain, Visy Dior Hotels at 1 Columbia Court, Northwest. I am here with Giovannino and Jess from our last show.
We actually asked to stay back. It was very good, very enlightening.
Wow.
It's really good.
Thank you for having me back.
I think we should have her on all the time.
And if we should, okay. Do we have a table big enough for all of us?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough. So this is a very interesting. So I've actually asked Katrina to put sort of a format together for the shows, what to talk about. And it's very interesting what she brought up was the emotional and relationship aspects. That's interesting.
Oh, I feel like in the last shows we've been talking about flowers, the catering, decorations, makeup and all that. But we haven't really covered like how we're feeling when we're planning a wedding, or take accountability for how our partners are feeling and what they're looking after and everything. So I think it'd be interesting to deep dive into that.
It's true.
Yeah.
How do you handle a controlling groom?
Or a controlling bride in my case.
I think it's the controlling bride.
Yeah, but you're a good person. You know, I don't see you as a bridezilla. I think you really...
No, I wasn't a bridezilla. I was just more like, I knew how I wanted it.
And you already knew before you even got engaged.
Girl knew.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I think all girls now have that little, well, I know I speak for myself, have that little Pinterest saved.
Yeah.
And you have that board and you just put all like your ideas. So when it does happen, you know what you're looking for.
Absolutely. And when Pinterest says to you, oh, you've got great taste, I love this post, it's just feeding into it. So why would you not add more to it?
You know what my role's changed through the years? I've noticed when I was younger and I was younger, I noticed that I was always the one because, you know, being young and I was so full of life and I just wanted to bring the events industry back in the 80s to a whole different level, to keep that personalised. It was all more about the bride and groom, because those days used to be about what the parents wanted.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was a traditional aspect of it, or a very budget orientated, but however, everybody wants everybody to have a great time. However, and that's what I focused on, but now my role, I've noticed now, it's more the fact that I'm dealing with third-party influencers, people coming in, trying to control it from their aspect, and how that can actually take away from the bride and groom, because I think they should have control.
Yeah.
And however, look, and then like I mentioned last series, the people that are actually paying for it, they should have some sort of influence. And one of them, I still believe, being a little bit old-fashioned, like I should be able to invite the friends that I want to invite to the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the nicer ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being a nice gift, you know, cashed up, whatever, you know, from the bride and groom to have it. But I believe I should be able to do that because it's my daughter's wedding and I want them to have the great, wonderful event. But however, you have total control over everything else. So I might say, look, I think we need some maybe prawns or add some extra seafood, which I'm willing to pay for.
Yeah.
Or, you know, have the open bar and have whatever drinks that they want. But let's focus on this. This is very interesting, Katrina. I was very surprised you brought up, because you're always the bubbly, sparkly one. And yeah, so the first
Thank
one
you.
was... actually, who wants to read this out?
I'll read it out.
Do it. Okay.
Okay, so how did you and your partner divide wedding planning tasks?
There was no dividing.
You divide and conquer.
I did it myself. But that was purely my choice. He didn't mind either. He was just happy to rock up on the day and for it to all be done. And I was happy to do it. Like, I planned my own hens. I
think it's more fun because then you're kind of in control. I don't know.
Yes,
I feel like
I was
me
in
and you are
control.
very similar in
Yes.
this, where we want to know what's going on and when it's going to happen and what it's going to look like, and just put that vision to life.
And I also think if something's going wrong, I can fix it.
Yeah.
And nothing's ever a big enough problem where I'm like, everything's fixable, and I know how I can deal with it. Whereas I feel like if I was to give a job to Jacob and something was to arise, he'd be like, oh, I don't know.
It kind of causes more stress, I guess.
Yeah. And then he'd probably bring it back to me anyway. So it's just easier that I
feel like it depends on the couple as well.
Absolutely.
Some people, you know, you have both inputs. So you'll have whoever the groom or bride, they put what they want to do and they kind of create whatever shows their story, I guess.
But it helps when
I agree.
I believe with you, Jess, that you actually you went for the long haul. For you, I don't believe that it was all about Instagram or your Instagram moment. You truly both are in love, and you really wanted to build the foundation of the wedding based on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I let him pick the food.
Oh, what food did you have?
It sounds very random, but there's this beautiful Brazilian restaurant in Newcastle and they catered it. So it was like Brazilian barbecue, but it was really
Yum.
elegant. Like it wasn't, they weren't
Just like a-
serving skewers on plates.
They're related to our producer role. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Leads me to my next question.
Sorry, on this, but was it all platters or was it a buffet or was it individually served?
No, we did family style because I love alternate serve or three course, but I also find you're going to get people who eat a lot more and you're going to get a whole lot of people who don't eat a whole lot. So I feel like it's a good balance to have family style because you can serve what you'd like.
Yeah.
And there's heaps of options as well. You can have a bit of everything and no one's fighting over the chicken or the pasta.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
We
nice.
can all have it.
But I like that word terminology, family style. It's nice.
I like family style. And it's
Yeah.
interactive as well. Like you don't want to look over at your guests at their wedding and they're like, oh, well, that girl got the steak.
I wish
Yeah.
I got
I
the
wanted the
chicken.
steak. Like everyone
Yeah.
can have it. And it's a bit like you could be like, oh, did you have this? This was so yummy. And you're making
Yeah.
like connections with people that you wouldn't probably normally talk to, which
You're
is
grabbing
really
the
nice
steak
as well.
knife, you're about to stab her for taking
Give me the steak, please.
You're very controlling. Okay. Or you would have got to the main table and walked over and said, excuse me, that steak was for your partner, not for you.
Not for
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Yes.
That's interesting. And what's the next one?
Did wedding planning bring you and your partner closer, do you think? Well, Jacob.
Probably not in our case. I mean, we're very close as it is. Me and Jacob are very polar opposites. Like we could not be more yin and yang. But I think I would come to him like, oh, what do you think of this? And he's like, whatever you want. If that's what you're happy with, let's do it. And I was like, all right, say no more.
Say no more.
So you're saying that were there any other external outside forces that were bringing pressure onto you that affected your relationship with Jacob?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe like external family members were, because Jacob's got a really big side of his family and they wanted the whole
Village.
village to come, and honestly it just wasn't feasible in our budget and we really had to stick to our budget. We just bought our family a home and we were having a baby and it just wasn't something that we were able to afford at the time. But
Oh,
apart
wow.
from that, it was pretty easy breezy.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
It sounds like a beautiful wedding overall,
Yeah,
though.
it was a beautiful
I wish I
day.
was there.
Same.
Yeah. I would have paid for I would have bought my family, I would have paid for them.
Perfect. I would have added a whole nother table for you.
Fair done.
And the next question that I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
did you face any family or friend drama and how did you handle it?
Not really, no, nothing.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
think
Really
anyone wanted to
interesting.
come against me.
Oh, she's a fighter.
No, I just knew what I wanted and
It
yeah,
sounds
everyone
like,
was
it sounds like
fine.
you've got really good friends around you. Friends
Yeah.
and family, that's nice.
When we were selecting our bridal party, we didn't want to skip out on anyone, so we actually had quite a large one. We had 8.
And everybody was
bridesmaids.
very supportive and their partners were very
Yeah,
supportive.
they were awesome.
That is
That's really
beautiful. That's
nice.
very
Yeah,
rare. That's
it was
really
so
rare.
good. And some of our groomsmen were living interstate and they came to all the fittings for Jacob and like really made the effort and it was really good.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice.
it was really nice.
Beautiful. So you're very fortunate.
I am really blessed.
Yeah, but you know what? You have a big heart, Jess. So you
Oh.
do so much. I think
you.
the universe just gives it back onto you. What's something else you want to speak to?
The spa?
Tell us.
Spa.
Come on.
The spa.
That's all I'm
Look,
saying.
I'll be honest with you. Look, a couple of companies have approached the Visy Hotel and they want to actually put in a day spa.
That's
So
really
I'm just worried
exciting.
that you used to, like, whenever the front desk probably gone, where's Katrina, where's Jess?
We're at the day spa.
We will
again.
absolutely be there, John.
And
We'll
I'll
be
be-
the number one
Or
customers.
maybe
What
we'll
do
be
you think?
working at the day spa.
Ideally.
I'll be stuck there like, hey, people try.
People are trying
People trying to
to check
check
in.
Sorry, I got my
yeah.
facial on.
And there's Katrina on an app. No, I control it from the day spa section. It's fine. Yeah, we can do the check-in from there.
We can do it
No.
automatically.
So we're working on that at the moment. So something we're looking into, because the reason why I want to do the day spa is just we're looking into it, is for the bridal parties actually come in. So with our package, our current packages, people can actually come in, book the actual event. They actually get a room for the bridesmaids or the groomsmen, or that could
love
be
that.
up for the parents of the bride, parents of the groom.
Yeah.
the bride and groom themselves, and then they stay. Obviously they come that night, and then you actually have the event itself. And you can actually opt. There's two versions of that. You can actually have the night before or the night after, after the event itself, and then that actually includes breakfast with that. But I actually like the idea of having a day spa, creating packages
That
where
is
people
honestly
actually come
perfect.
in. Because that would, I believe that honestly would de-stress a lot of.
But if you have the day spa, you have everything. You have accommodation, you have the venue, you have to get somewhere to get ready, pamper yourself. That's like literally anyone's dream.
And that would be like the best thing for before your wedding. And because my bridesmaids
Even
are all
after.
my best friends, but they're not necessarily each other's best friends. And that would just be like such a nice thing that you can do together. You don't necessarily have to be each other's best friend, but imagine just relaxing,
It's a
getting a
matching thing.
Yeah.
So with day spa, don't you normally you get it sweated out? Am I correct? You get rid of all
You
the
get-
toxins.
Oh no,
So
I'll
you-
be getting a massage if I'm going to a day
okay.
spa.
Detox.
Me too.
Facial,
Absolutely all of it.
manicure,
Okay.
pedicure. Like you could even do, if you were having a day spa, instead of all separately getting your nails done, like, hey guys, come to the hotel the day before. We'll go get our nails done together, get a massage, and then we'll perhaps have some dinner in the restaurant, and then we can go up to our suite and just relax for the rest of the night. Like, how perfect
It's
would that
literally
be?
perfect. Everything is
Yeah.
there.
How does it work now? Sorry, that's a very interesting question because most of my best friend's actually a hairdresser, but he's actually recently retired. How does it work now with the bridesmaid getting the hair done? Do the bride party still go to the hairdressing salon, or someone goes to the
come
house?
to us
They come
normally.
they come up to the room. They usually come up, the makeup artist and the hairstylist.
But that was what I was saying before. Like, the rooms upstairs at Visy Dior, they are so spacious. Like,
They
even
are.
if you had a really big bridal party like myself, you could still have two hair,
lot
two
of
makeup
room.
artists, and it still feel quite spacious and not everyone's on top of each other. And imagine the photos in the spa room for the grooms when getting ready. Like, and the sun comes straight in the windows. It's
Exactly.
perfect. You said the photographer up there, it's easy done.
Actually, that's interesting you said that because we're looking at this very big things happening with the hotel, and one consultant came in and he was actually saying that you should be considering dividing the rooms in half because the rooms are quite large for a hotel space. And I
Yeah.
thought, wow, I did not know that. So, like I keep on saying, if 7 months ago, if you told me I was going to an international hotel, I would have said you're mad. But
Yeah.
it fell on my lap, and I'm risking it all, I'm taking it on, and I'm actually quite excited. And you know what, I got to say, guys, you're my new family, so thank you very much. You're my new family. We had a wonderful staff party last evening. It was
We
really
did.
nice. Yeah.
We did, we.
How
Exciting.
exciting. Thank you for that,
was
by the
really
way.
nice. That was more of a team bonding that everyone just get together, and I just want to show my appreciation because I'm a pretty hard taskmaster, I think. I like everything to be perfect. But remember, it's not about me. It's about our clients and people to experience such a beautiful place. And I have to thank you, Jess, because you really, when you're there, and Katrina, even Liam, you know, the way you the three of you are, you have that sort of that look about you when people come in, they feel good. You know,
That's so nice.
it's
Thank
really
you.
nice. And Albert and the rest of the staff that are actually in there, it's been quite magnificent. But I have to thank, I've got to thank Chantel and Raquel, Amy in the back of the office out there. They're just really
they're
the
awesome.
masters. They are. They
They're
really
so
are.
good.
Yeah. Chantel just has that. That's been Raquel. Chantel's just got that look that she looks at you think you've done something wrong. I always feel like, like, I'm sorry. But then she goes, no, you're fine. Just, she really loves Raquel and Chantel. I call them the Wonder Twins. I believe they actually,
They are.
They are, though.
Yeah.
They
are.
work very hard.
yeah, they do.
I'd love
And,
to be in Chantel's brain.
Yeah.
It works a million
Chantel
miles
and
an
Raquel.
hour.
That's good. Anyway, listen, I just want to say, I think that's a wrap for today.
I think so.
Okay, so
Thanks again for coming on, Jess.
Well, thanks
It's
for
been
having
really
me. It's been
interesting
really
having you.
fun.
But thank you, Giovannino. This podcast is brought to you by Phoenix Radio, by Giovannino, JF Navarra and Co, Tony Murphy and Merck Capital, S&J Couture Candles in Balmain, and of course, Visy Dior Hotels at 1 Columbia Court Norwest. Thank you
very
again.
much.
Thank you.
see you. Bye.